and welcome to the News Hour Agenda. I'm Maldas Gopalakrishnan. Now, first and foremost, the story that we are debating at this hour is that keeping in mind the looming third wave, the Uttarakhand government has decided to cancel the Kanwar Yatra. In fact, neighboring Uttar Pradesh, however, has refused to slam the brakes on the annual pilgrimage. The decision to resume the ritual, although with COVID restrictions is in place, has left the Supreme Court concerned and disturbed. In fact, taking suo motu cognizance of this decision, the Apex Court has issued notices to both the centre as well as the Yogi Sarkar. And in their order, Justices R.F. Nariman and B.R. Gavai have said, and I quote, that we read something disturbing, that the UP government has chosen to continue with the Kanwar Yatra. Uttarakhand, with its hindsight of experience, has said that there will be no Yatra. Citizens of India are completely perplexed and don't know what is going on. All this amidst which the Prime Minister Modi has been saying that we cannot compromise even one bit in the run-up to the third wave. Now, the opposition has come out to say that this is nothing but an appeasement bid by the BJP in UP ahead of the assembly polls. The BJP, however, asked that if all protocols are followed, then what is the problem?
जहां तक ये कावड़ यात्रा का है प्रश्न, उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर उनकी बाउंड्री के अंदर, सीमाओं के अंदर कावड़ यात्रा की जा रही है और उसका एक विस्तृत जो प्रोटोकॉल्स होते हैं वो भी हमें जारी करना है। मगर मुख्यमंत्री जी बार बार कह रहे हैं और बल देते जा रहे हैं कि जो भी होएगा उसमें प्रोटोकॉल्स का उल्लंघन ना हो, उसके अंदर RT-PCR के आधार पे होएगा, उसमें मास्क लगाना है, सोशल डिस्टेंस रखना है, उनकी निगरानी और उनकी सुरक्षा पर भी ध्यान दिया जाएगा।
The Yogi ji led Uttar Pradesh government should be more worried to vaccinate the people. Shortage of vaccines has become dangerously bothering now, as COVID centers are shutting down due to non-availability of vaccines. Allowing Kanwar Yatra would enhance the spread of virus even more. We are sure that the Honorable Supreme Court would give a better solution for this.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's across now to our guest. Joining us live with us is Guru Prakash, national spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining us is Mohammad Altaf, national spokesperson of the JDS. Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, is with us on the broadcast as well. We also have with us Manoj Kaka, I beg your pardon, that's Karan Verma, who's an author, joining us live. Let's now go across first and foremost to Guru Prakash. And Guru Prakash, let me begin by asking you, very, very important over here, what the Supreme Court has observed. The Supreme Court says that here we have the Prime Minister who has said that after seeing pictures of people at hill stations and other crowded locations without wearing masks, that we have to be extremely careful. Now, surely if that is a yardstick that has been said by the Prime Minister of the country, and he's absolutely right, we have the experience of other super spreader events in the recent months and a decision being taken by the Uttarakhand government, then what explains the fact that the UP government has decided to go ahead with the Kanwar Yatra, to which the Supreme Court has issued notice?
No, certainly, and I agree with you when you say that the health, safety and security of our citizens, it is undoubtedly the topmost priority for the government. But at the same time, Mother, we must also understand and appreciate this fact that this crisis is unprecedented, and the nature of the virus, it's not static, it's dynamic, it's changing and evolving with time. So vaccination certainly is a priority, but it is a very difficult choice for the government of the day. From what I read, from what is available on the newspaper, we saw that some UP ADG, Mr. Kumar, has categorically said that they'll have COVID care booths with masks, sanitizer, testing kits and so on and so forth. And we have a successful example from Puri Jagannath as well. That yatra was also carried out following all the COVID requirements, like people with COVID negative certificates, people who were participating had their RT-PCR test done. So we have to learn to live with the virus at some level. But when you say that the health, safety and security of our citizen, I entirely agree with you. It's a difficult choice for
I'm
any
going to ask you a very
government,
practical
but
question,
sure,
sir. I'm asking
if the
you this
Uttar
as a
Pradesh
common
government
citizen. Every year we see the Kanwar Yatra. There are people who come in large numbers, dozens, sometimes tens, 20, 50 people traveling in trucks. Now there are religious and devotional songs that are playing. There are people who are very emotionally charged up. Now when you have such huge volumes of people that we talk about, will it not be very difficult to ensure that these protocols are in place? Because here are people coming up, charged with religious fervor. It's going to be a very, very difficult challenge. It's very easy to say that, yes, we will ensure the protocols, but implementing it on ground is going to be a very, very difficult task, sir. You have to admit that.
It is going to be a monumental challenge, and there is no second thoughts about it. But we also have successful examples, and the problem, Madhav, we must understand that there is a section of our media and intelligentsia who are carrying out this malicious campaign against Hindu religious tradition. That is where I have fundamental problem with these guys.
Not at
But
all, Mr. Guru Prakash.
we have
spoken
to
about
learn to live
Tablighi
with the
Jamaat.
virus.
You've spoken
And
about all
also-
religious
also-
festivals and congregations. There's a church event, in fact, which was held in a hill station in the state of Kerala that was reported widely as well. Any religious congregation, it's not about any one religion. It is about any religion where there are those congregations that can be put ahead or can be postponed just for this period, just to ensure that the population of India gets vaccinated, and then we can go about life as usual. That's the problem at hand. In fact, let me bring in Manoj Kaka, who's a spokesperson of the
Correct.
Samajwadi Party. Let me bring in Manoj Kaka. Manoj
can
Kaka,
I-
क्या
can I just 10
हिंदू
seconds,
रिलीजन
Madhav?
क्या ये हिंदू रिलीजन को टारगेट करने का प्रयास है, जैसे गुरु प्रकाश कहना चाह रहे हैं?
हिंदू रिलीजन के बारे में कहा गया है कि हम में तुम में खड़क हम में घटघट व्यापी राम। हिंदू रिलीजन के बारे में
कहा गया है कि कस्तूरी कुंडली बसन मृग दूध है बनमाही, ऐसे घटी राम है दुनिया जाने ना। इसका सीधा सीधा मतलब है कि जो हमारे आराध्य हैं मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान राम है, चाहे लीला पुरुषोत्तम भगवान कृष्ण हो, चाहे असीमित शक्ति के देवाधिदेव भगवान भोलेनाथ है, वो तो हर कण में है। सवाल बस इतना सा है कि हम लोग ये देख पा रहे हैं
कि आज कैसे है कि मोदी जी जिस बात के लिए चेतावनी दे रहे हैं कि वो नहीं होना चाहिए, उसको करने के लिए योगी जी इतना उतावले क्यों? तो आज ऐसा भारतीय जनता पार्टी में क्या हो गया कि एक तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जिसको अभी कल ही मोदी जी ने पूरे देश भर के पूर्वोत्तर राज्यों को संबोधित करा है, उन्होंने जिसकी चेतावनी दी है, उसको ये करने को इतने उतारू हैं। लेकिन हम चाहेंगे कि अगर ये उसका प्रोटोकॉल और सब सुनिश्चित कर पाए, फिर ये सुनिश्चित कर पाए कि जैसे विगत अप्रैल और मई में मां गंगा में लाशें बहा दी गई और लोगों को ये धमकाया गया कि अगर आपने ये दिखाया उत्तर प्रदेश में कि ऑक्सीजन की कमी से, दवा की कमी से लोग मर रहे हैं, तो आपको जेल हो जाएगी, आप पर FIR कर दी जाएगी। तो ये सब जो दुर्गति दुर्व्यवस्था योगी सरकार में हुई है, और लूट तो आपने देखा ही होगा कि ऑक्सीमीटर से लेकर के अभी कल परसों की रिपोर्ट है, ICU तक के स्थापित करने में भ्रष्टाचार है योगी सरकार में। तो ऐसा ये क्यों करना चाह रहे हैं? क्यों इस समय मोदी जी का और योगी जी का व्यू क्यों डिफरेंट हो रहा है? ये तो ये सवाल है।
ओके, क्विक रिस्पांस फ्रॉम गुरु प्रकाश। गुरु प्रकाश, क्विक रिस्पांस।
नहीं, देखिए, मैं अपने मित्र मनोज जी को बताना चाहता हूं कि भाई आप कोविड मैनेजमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा आप लोग आत्मचिंतन करिएगा। कभी भी आप लोगों के कोई भी सेंटेंस में लाश, कब्रिस्तान, शमशान इसके बगैर भी देखना चाहिए। और जहां तक उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की बातें, तो ब्लॉक प्रमुख चुनाव के नतीजे क्या कह रहे हैं, जिला परिषद चुनाव के नतीजे क्या कह रहे हैं, जरा देखिएगा। और उत्तर प्रदेश के परफॉर्मेंस की बात है तो WHO ने क्या कहा है, जरा देखिएगा। नहीं मनोज जी, WHO ने क्या कहा है उत्तर प्रदेश के कोविड मैनेजमेंट के बारे में? आपसे बेहतर प्रमाण पत्र WHO दे सकता है, तो आपसे प्रमाण पत्र लेने की हम लोग को जरूरत नहीं है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता ने प्रमाण पत्र दिया है। ब्लॉक प्रमुख का चुनाव हुआ था, जिला परिषद का चुनाव हुआ था। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता भारतीय जनता पार्टी और योगी आदित्यनाथ जी के साथ है, और हमारे समन्वय की चिंता आप मत करिए, हम लोग सक्षम हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता की सुरक्षा हमारे लिए सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता थी, है और रहेगी।
All right. Let me bring in other panelists as well. Tehseen Poonawalla. Tehseen, it's a very, very important point to note that, other religious gatherings that have taken place, they have been criticized. But when it comes to, the very crucial farmers' protest, that too is a gathering. We had just a few weeks ago the spectacle of 20 to 30,000 people being brought to the borders of Delhi. Certainly, I feel in terms of a public health perspective, there are very, very valid concerns when it comes to the conduct of the Kumbh Mela because of the sheer numbers that we're talking about. We're not talking about a few thousand people. It has in the past in 2019 been 2 to 3 crores. But even if you look at the fact that there are mass gatherings happening as far as farmer protests are concerned, why do we not see political parties raising their voice on such issues? And the need to ensure that there is, no presence or public gathering at such areas as well.
You're absolutely right, Madhav. You're bang on correct about the farmers' protest, and I've been innumerable times now. and I have to put it out to your viewers that I'm a supporter of the farmers' protest. And this farmers' protest can end in the next 1 hour if only Mr. Modi and Amit Shah, sir, pull back the 3 draconian laws that are out to kill our farmers and destroy our agricultural economy. It's a question of 1 hour. They pull these. The Supreme Court put it on suspension. You pull it back and our farmers will go home. Coming to the topic of which I was invited to speak on this debate, let me just make one point. The Honorable Prime Minister is absolutely correct that there should not be gatherings. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand has been practical. Now, why Mr. Yogi Adityanath ji is not listening to the Prime Minister, we all know about a rivalry. But there's one more point. The BJP spokesperson said on your show that people are Hindu Virodi or targeting the Hindu faith, which is not true because Times Now has been neutral on this issue and has put all religious festivals out. And Madhav, you've been an anchor on this. But the question that I want to ask the BJP spokesperson, I want a specific answer. This matter was taken up suo moto by the Honorable Supreme Court. Is it the BJP's official position that the Honorable Supreme Court is anti-Hindu? I want an answer in yes or no. Please don't divert the answer. Is your position today officially that is the Honorable Supreme Court that's targeting the Hindu faith? This is the question for the BJP.
Well, I don't think he said that, to be fair, but I'm going to give Guru Prakash a chance to respond. You asked him a question. Now let him respond. Let him respond.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah, Guru Prakash.
Please.
Guru Prakash, and then I come across to other panelists because the question is for Guru Prakash.
Supreme Court. Yes. No. Madhav, this selective respect for institution or the selective love for constitution and its institution, it is a permanent feature of the Congress party. So I don't think Congress party or its sympathizers have any locus standi to comment on it. As far as my observations are concerned, I've categorically said the health, safety and security of our citizens is of the topmost priority. And if there is a yatra, it is going to be a highly truncated one with all the COVID protocol followed, Madhav.
All right. Let me now go across to Karan Verma. Karan Verma, we are talking about a time when the third wave is all set to pick up, may have already been set in. The R numbers, we know there have been news reports about how that number has been increasing. It was on the decline since April. It has been rising over the past few days. We're also talking about a situation where, yes, our vaccination program hasn't been perhaps at the kind of pace that we were expecting. But be that as it may, we are talking about holding a Kawad Yatra where crores of people visit Haridwar. While they may not be going to Haridwar, the fact is that several districts, dozens of districts in UP, that process will be underway. The religious pilgrimage will be underway. At a time like this, shouldn't we be holding back on such events? Because the larger public interest is what is important. We have seen the unfortunate fallout of what happened post the Kumbh. Thousands of people were infected, about 1,700 at the Kumbh itself directly and several others outside. In fact, the numbers perhaps much higher. But my larger question is, we have seen such experiences in the past. Why shouldn't we be learning from them?
Madhav, just give me an uninterrupted minute so that I can just set things in perspective. Right now, as we speak, UP is reporting around 90 to 95 cases per day. It is a miraculous turnaround and it doesn't get talked about much. We remember UP receiving a lot of flack during April and May. But let's look at the turnaround story right now. And another thing, it's not going to be crores who are going to go for the Kawad Yatra. Only thing that has come up from the government, the official position is that they are talking to the saint community at the local level and they are thinking of a representation in adequate numbers, not large scale. And one thing more, we have to trust Siddharth Nath Singh for his immaculate management of COVID. I'll tell you this, 97,000 villages and 10 lakh medical kits going across there. It has been nothing short of miraculous, and which is why do we not talk about Kerala? Why do we not talk about Maharashtra, which are struggling with COVID right now? Why do we not talk about Punjab, which has a fatality rate of 2.5%?
No, but my simple question to Karan Verma, I'm not going to get into the merits of each state government or the situation. I think that is a separate debate. It's an important issue. Achievements of state also need to be lauded. But my question is, why are we putting everyone's health at risk? Aren't we doing so when we are, if not in crores, then in lakhs of people or tens of thousands of people? Even that being allowed in a situation like this can potentially be a tinderbox.
So, Madhav, the thing is that right now, people are going to Manali and Shimla and no one raises a voice against that, right?
The Prime Minister himself
has said it should not be happening, sir. The Prime Minister did.
The Prime Minister himself has said it, which the Supreme Court has quoted today.
Let me just complete it. People have no problems right now going out in large numbers for their livelihood purposes, for other purposes. If there is a cultural reason, and it was cancelled last year, but if we have an assembly which is largely symbolic. I'm not looking at the numbers right now. And if strict protocols are put in place, I don't see anything wrong in that. Let's not be a no-no to that. Let's be open to the idea with appropriate curbs and protocols. That's all my humble submission is here.
All right.
I have no attitude towards
Okay,
that.
Tehseen wants to respond to you on that and go across to other panelists just after that. Yes, Tehseen.
I don't want to make this a Maharashtra versus Uttar Pradesh debate, but I can assure your viewers one thing, that in Maharashtra, oxygen and beds were available. In Uttar Pradesh, none were available. We used to get patients admitted to Punjab and Delhi because there was nothing available even in Noida. We know that there were FIRs filed on people who were reporting oxygen shortages, on doctors who were being threatened, and WHO has not lauded Uttar Pradesh. This is a fake news being peddled by the government. Please, I request you, do not interrupt me.
Please.
On 7th May 2021, the tweet of WHO saw the work it carried out in Uttar Pradesh, and it has repeatedly fact-checked and clarified that. Yet everybody from the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh continues to lie using the WHO. Please see the tweet of 7th May 2021.
Okay.
Tehseen, I heard you.
Let us not lie on national TV.
Okay.
Tehseen, but today, is it not true that the Australian MP has said, can we get a Yogi Adityanath to sort out the mess in Australia? Is that also a lie? Is that also a fabricated tweet? So let's just give credit where it's due.
Is it not true? Please
let's give credit where it's due. Even I don't want to make it UP versus
Democracy will
Maharashtra.
prevail in Uttar Pradesh. Please send Adityanath ji to Australia. Democracy
All
will
I'm
prevail
saying
in Uttar
is,
Pradesh.
let's be
Okay. We're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked from the main issue. We
That's
are
all
getting
I'm
sidetracked
saying.
from the main issue, and I have two other panelists who I want to go across to. I want to first and foremost want to go across to Chaudhry Avneet Pawar, who's the national president of the Kisan Sena. Chaudhry Avneet Pawar जी, हमने देखा है कि उत्तराखंड सरकार ने इस वक्त जो है कांवड़ यात्रा रोक दी है। यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने अलाउ की है कांवड़ यात्रा, लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट इस पूरे मामले को अपने संज्ञान में लेते हुए आज सुओ मोटो कॉग्निजेंस जो लिया है, इस पूरे मामले पर अपना फैसला सुनाएगी। लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं सवाल ये भी उठता है कि अगर इस तरह की गैदरिंग्स पे पाबंदियां लगाई जा सकती हैं तो किसान प्रोटेस्ट पर क्यों नहीं किया जा सकता? क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि कई बार 10,000 20,000 लोगों के जत्थों में लोगों को पंजाब से दिल्ली के बॉर्डरों पर लाया जा रहा है। क्या ये सुपर स्प्रेडर इवेंट नहीं बन सकते हैं?
क्या बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट सही तरीके से काम कर रही है? सेंटर में मोदी सरकार है जो कह रही है कि भैया कोरोना हो चुका है। यूपी में योगी गवर्नमेंट है, वो कह रही है कि कोई बात नहीं, हमें तो कांवड़ यात्रा चलानी है। उत्तराखंड गवर्नमेंट जो कि बीजेपी की है, उन्होंने कहा है कि कांवड़ यात्रा नहीं होगी। इन्हें ये आपस में ही सेटल नहीं कर पा रहे कि करना क्या है।
इसको डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ ओपिनियन कहते हैं।
आपकी जो प्रोटेस्ट है, जो आपकी जिम्मेदारी और आपका दायित्व है, आप उसके बारे में तो जवाब दीजिए। आप अपने एक्शंस पे तो आप जिम्मेदारी लीजिए सर।
अब मैंने कहा ना, आप बोलने ही नहीं दे रहे। अब आती है बात हमारे प्रोटेस्ट की। बात सीधे स्पष्ट शब्दों में है, हमने पहले दिन से कहा है कि 3 जो कानून है इन्हें वापस ले ली जाए, एमएसपी पे कानून बन जाए। अगर सरकार सही मायने में इसमें सीरियस थी तो इस चीज के उन्हें डिसीजन ले लेना चाहिए था। हमने पहले भी बार बार आपके चैनल के माध्यम से कहा है कि एमएसपी पे कानून बनाने में गवर्नमेंट को क्या तकलीफ है। हर बार प्रोटेस्ट करते हैं, हर बार हम बैठे हुए हैं, लगातार कंटिन्यूअस बैठे हुए हैं। कभी आप कहते हैं कि एमएसपी मिल रही है, एमएसपी मिल रही है तो कानून बना दीजिए, उसमें इश्यूज है कहाँ? अगर गवर्नमेंट कह रही है एमएसपी सबको दिए जा रहे तो एमएसपी में कानून बनाने में दिक्कत कहाँ आ रही है? हमारी तो सीधी बात है कि हम कोरोना की वैक्सीन लगवा चुके हैं, हम शांतिपूर्वक अपना प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। हम गवर्नमेंट से कहते हैं ये 3 कानून वापस ले और एमएसपी पे कानून बना ले।
सर,
किसानों को
गवर्नमेंट ने तो गवर्नमेंट ने तो स्पष्ट कहा है कि 3 कानून वापस नहीं होंगे। 1.5 साल तक उन्होंने ऑफर भी किया था कि इनको स्थगित करके रखेंगे। लेकिन अगर आपकी बात सही है कि सारे लोग वैक्सीनेटेड हैं सर, जो वहां पे डेथ्स हुई है बॉर्डर पे, ये सबको पता है किस तरह लोगों की मौत हुई है, क्या क्या घटनाएं हुई हैं, वायलेंस की भी, ये सब हमारे सामने है। तो ये कहना पूरा गलत होगा सर कि ये सब कुछ वहां पे ठीक है, बिल्कुल कोरोना नहीं फैल रहा। ये फैक्चुअली इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स हैं।
देश पे यही हालत चल रही है, इसमें तो गवर्नमेंट की कमी है ना, किसान आंदोलन की कमी तो नहीं है। पूरे देश में महाराष्ट्र से लेके कर्नाटक को ले केरल
सर, 2 wrongs don't make a right। अगर एक गलती हुई है तो दूसरी गलती से उसको सुधारा नहीं जा सकता। करण वर्मा आपका जवाब देना चाह रहे हैं। I'm going to give him a chance। करण वर्मा।
माधव, 1.5 साल तक के लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस पे स्टे लगा दिया। 13 बार इनसे बातचीत हुई, तब भी इन्हें एक प्रोटेस्ट कैरी आउट करके गवर्नर तक जाकर देना है एक एफिडेविट। अगर इन्हें देना ही था, बहुत तरीके थे देने के, कोई कोविड प्रोटोकॉल्स नहीं फॉलो करी। हम लोगों ने पिक्चर्स देखी थी योगेंद्र यादव किस तरह से पूरे झुंड के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे थे बिना मास्क, बिना सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के। तो इनका सिंपल है, माय वे और द हाईवे। वहां पे कोरोना टेक्स अ बैक सीट जब इन्हें अपना चीज करनी होती है, एंड उनका कहना है भाई सरकार मानेगी तभी हम छोड़ेंगे। सरकार आपकी हर बात नहीं मान सकती। एक डिस्कशन और नेगोशिएशन का मतलब होता है कुछ कदम आप आगे बढ़े, कुछ कदम वो आगे बढ़े।
अगर
7 प्रपोजल माने गए थे, 13 बार बातचीत हुई, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आपकी बात सुनी।
Okay, I think we're veering away from the issue at hand, and the issue at hand is, of course, the conduct of the Kavod Yatra. I want to bring in the JDS spokesperson who's with us, Mohammad Altaf. He's been waiting very patiently. Mohammad Altaf, the BJP says that we will ensure that all the COVID protocols and norms are in place. It will be a truncated yatra. The number of days is also been reduced. The number of people who participate will also be reduced, and therefore they say that the possibility of it becoming a super spreader is reduced drastically. Why should it then not be held? Is the question that BJP is asking. Your response to that, Mr. Altaf?
See, the contradiction of the Prime Minister's statement and the Uttarakhand Chief Minister's not allowing the Kavod Yatra, and UP government, Yogi government is allowing, they have passed to allow the Kavod Yatra, wherein Supreme Court has entered in the sumoto cognizance. Now, let me tell you, Madhav, the issue is not about the comparative study of which state and what state and how the the management has taken place. The issue is the experts who have taken, experts are day and again, they are warning to everyone that the third wave is going to come. And now in this situation, having a Kavod Yatra, because it is not going to affect only UP, it is going to affect the entire India. It is going to affect even Karnataka, it convert into affect even Rajasthan as well as to Maharashtra. The people who are going to inflow the flow, whatever the in the Kavod Yatra people is going to go. Now the cultural aspect which they have, I respect the cultural aspect. Same thing, all the religious, the festivals which have gone through. Even the Ramzan also was being suspended in having a large, with the people gathering. With respecting the religion, see, now the third wave is going to affect the children here now, as the expert says. Supreme Court, whatever the decision Supreme Court is going to take on Friday.
So what's the point you're making?
Hope for the best that, the Supreme Court is going to take a best decision in the safety of the people and citizens of India.
Yes, certainly, of course, the Supreme Court. But the point is, why do we leave it to the courts? Guru Prakash, this matter has now will be decided upon by the courts. At the end of the day, governments also have a responsibility to the people. Why do we leave such matters for the courts to come in and intervene and decide on? And then political parties will come out and say, oh no, there is judicial activism happening. Courts are becoming, are in fact coming into the domain of the administrative or the legislative class, which they should not be doing. But this is clearly when there is a lack as far as decision-making process, even in the midst of a pandemic, because clearly it appears, as opposition parties at least are alleging, that there are political concerns at play.
No, Madhav, I don't think that's entirely correct, because the role of judiciary in a parliamentary democracy, as envisioned by the makers of our constitution, it's of complementing the governance. So it is very complementary of, so there are three wings of the government which we all know, executive, judiciary and the legislature, and these three wings have to work in tandem with each other. So I don't see it as one encroaching the other authority. But as far as the government is concerned, I am still going to maintain that the health, safety and security will be the topmost priority. And if there is a Kavod Yatra, it is going to be a highly truncated one with very few people participating in it. And we have a successful example in Odisha, Jagannath Puri Yatra. We saw how successful it is. We have to learn to live with the virus. I agree, whatever the leadership is saying, but at the same time, this virus has become a sort of part of our lifestyle. But we have to get vaccinated, we have to follow the COVID protocol, but we have to learn to evolve with it as well. And the government certainly will take all the necessary precautions.
मनोज काका जी, अगर जगन्नाथ पुरी की यात्रा सेफली की जा सकती है तो कांवड़ यात्रा क्यों नहीं हो सकती? ये सवाल उठा रहे गुरु प्रकाश, क्या कहेंगे आप उन्हें?
देखिए, गुरु प्रकाश जी से बहुत
विनम्रता पूर्वक यही निवेदन है कि अभी मैं आपको दिखा दूं, एक रिपोर्ट है जनसत्ता की, एक रिपोर्ट है, आपको दिखाना चाहूंगा। जनसत्ता की एक रिपोर्ट है कि 44%, 44% जो है वो वैक्सीनेशन घटा है इधर भी 1-2 हफ्तों में। तो कम से कम सबको वैक्सीनेट करने का अभी टारगेट रखिए। अगर आप सुनिश्चित कर पा रहे हैं या ऐसी क्या जल्दीबाजी है कि आप मोदी जी से भी आगे निकलना चाह रहे हैं, गुरु प्रकाश और इनके मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी? अगर ये सुनिश्चित कर पा रहे हैं कि कोविड नहीं बढ़ेगा, सब कोविड के प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो किए जाएंगे, जैसा कि आप
well, those are certainly some questions that the government will have to grapple with. These are questions that the Supreme Court is also seized of. What will happen on Friday's hearing will be very, very important to watch out for. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us. For the moment, we're slipping into